Palantir, ticker symbol PLTR, calls for Alex Karp to be arrested. Seriously, this is a terrible, terrible story I never thought I'd have to make, but it's what's going around on social media and calling to the SEC to arrest Alex Karp. Why? For stock manipulation. The numbers I'm going to give you now should shock you. They really should, because Palantir has just made history. It's become the most overpriced stock in history. There is not, and it never has been, a stock so overpriced as Palantir. And this should come as a big warning to you, because don't be surprised if it drops over 80%. Like that. I'm going to give you some very, very alarming news. And if you are an investor, you should be paying attention to this. If you are a gambler and a speculator, you should be paying very close attention to this, because many people are about to lose all of their money. Let me explain. Palantir, I'm bullish on it. I like Palantir. The technology is amazing. It's very, very cool. Very, very cool. However, is it a good business? Do I want to buy this business? Well, as an investor, not as a gambler, not a speculator, I'm looking to buy a great business. It is, but the other half of the equation is a great business undervalued. Now, it's true to say great businesses do get overbought and overpumped when they're new and they're innovative, because everybody wants to get in, so everybody wants to buy a future price. That's okay. And I've often spoke about it on my show that I will pay happily up to 25% overvalue for a stock that has high potential growth, but there has to be a limit. And we did a poll here and we asked people, and 85% said they didn't care what it cost. And there's a reason for that. And Alex Karp, this is why people are calling for Alex Karp to be actually arrested. Wouldn't that be incredible? A CEO of a publicly traded company? Well, it's a very real thing. So let's have a look at it. If we look here at Palantir and we scroll down and we go down, and we look at its PE ratio, what do you see on the screen? 583. It was actually 600 times earnings just on Friday. 600 times earnings. Now I'll put that into context for you. A can of Coke is worth $1. Maybe you pay $2 in a posh restaurant. Would you ever pay $600 for a can of Coke? I'd be selling it for $600. I wouldn't be buying it for $600. However, that's not the bad part of it. If we scroll down, what you will see here, insiders are selling the stock. Alex Karp, his CEO, he's the CEO, the CFO, the board are selling. They're selling their stocks like crazy. Still not convinced? Hedge funds are selling it like crazy. Robinhood investors have been selling it and then buying it back. What is worse than that? Taking profits and buying it back. Well, there's a good reason for this. Don't be surprised, as this is now very much weighted in the retail space. The board, those that work there, are taking their profit and they're running quickly. Hedge funds are running. Institutions are running. All that's being held now are the retail investors. Be really, really careful. You could lose all your money. And this is why people are calling for Alex Karp to be arrested. This has never been seen on an earnings call before. I have always said how well Palantir present their earnings. Probably the best. But now we know why. It appeals. It appeals to retail investors who love Elon Musk, who like to gamble, speculate. Did the same thing with Tesla. Overbought it. But there was value there. There's no value here at all. It's a great business, but not at this price. What happens here, and this is why some are saying that he should be arrested, is stock manipulation in its finest. What you've got here is a CEO swearing, talking directly to the investors, exciting them in a way that's like joining a fan club. And he even gives you the name of being a Palantarian. You will never hear any other publicly traded company treat you this way. You won't hear this from Google, Microsoft, Apple, Amazon, Warren Buffett, Berkshire Hathaway. You're not part of a fan club. Everyone is always encouraged not to be part of a fan club. Alex literally invites you in to his fan club, calls you Palantarians, shouts, screams, and swears while he's dumping his own stock. Is this stock manipulation? You decide.
We're doing it. We're doing it. And I'm sure you're enjoying this as much as I am. Let's not talk to analysts about the burden of being right. Our burdens of investing in ontology, our burdens of actually looking at the math.
Everyone is smiling around that table because they are all multi-millionaires and billionaires, all right? They're very, very excited about how much money they've made. And this is not the way you should encourage people to invest. You should be encouraging people to invest in good numbers. The numbers are absolutely insane. It is officially the most overbought, highest and the most overpaid stock in stock market history, and people keep buying it. Well, more fool you.
Burden of reading what the Rule of 40 is, the burden of being honest about what an enterprise software company is, or the burden of explaining to your friends that you're really happy. Maybe we should just stop talking about it. I'm very happy to have you along for the journey, and you are partners for us. Every Palantarian, we are...
Every Palantarian. This is not a fan club. It's no mistake that Alex Karp does his hair the way he does. It's no mistake that he wears a white t-shirt. White is very symbolic. It's always for the good man. The black t-shirt's for the bad man. You think of the goodies and the baddies in the movies. This is very much to come across as the people's champion. And we live in a time when everybody wants to be told what is good for you, and let's all get rich. Let's stuff it to the man. And now you've got the government apparently backing Palantir, not technically, but kind of. They have contracts with the government, and Elon Musk is a similar character, and Elon Musk loves finding ways to save money on Doge, that everyone now feels like this is the savior. This guy is amazing. This guy's going to make us all rich. It's the most terrifying thing I've ever seen. Many of you are leveraged to the teeth, so when it starts dropping, it will go down really quick. Don't be surprised if Palantir goes down 80%, just like that. You'll never see it coming. It'll happen in seconds. And think of this. Many of you now, if you did buy it at the bottom, but we know many of you by showing you that information earlier, have started buying it in at the top with leverage. We can see that. Then you are really riding a tightrope that's on fire with no safety net, and you're not even aware of it. You think you're lying in a bed on a Sunday afternoon while your cheerleader is telling you to keep on buying while he's selling.
Crushing it. Everyone else who's listening, we are dedicating our company. We have dedicated our company to the service of the West and the United States of America, and we're super proud of the role we play, especially in places we can't talk about. And we love our success in the U.S. and globally. Also, we are doing in the United Kingdom and many other places. Palantir is here to disrupt and make the institutions we partner with the very best in the world, and when it's necessary, to scare our enemies and on occasion kill them.
On occasion, kill them. Please, everybody understand what is being fed to you. We understand there's business in the military and defense and killing people. But is this the way to behave? Is it the way to talk to your investors? Well, it is if you want to appeal to people who will just throw money at you because they sound like you're the man who's going to save them, and you're going to save the world, and you're going to save the country, and you're going to make them rich at the same time as you're selling your shares underneath them. This is a terrifying thing you are witnessing. It makes me actually sometimes feel quite disgusted with doing a financial channel right now, because where has common sense gone? There's none here at all.
And we hope you're in favor of that. We hope you're enjoying being a partner, and we're really happy and very, very focused on what we're doing. Thank you for your time.
There you go. Thank you for your time as you continue to buy. Now, this video I've seen being shared all over social media. This is the guy. This is our hero. When ever in the history of investing, whenever in the history of investing has it ever made sense to pay 600 times over earnings? Now, before you say it can grow into its price, it actually can't. If we look at the forward PE, these are the projected figures going forward. So these are the figures projected. If we hit all the marks and the estimations they've given are off the scale, but let's assume we hit them. That's 200 times earnings. We're at 6. So even if we hit this and we achieve all the goals and they have the most incredible earnings, even with all the growth, then you are still overbought. It is still, it's become, Palantir has become Binky Bonk. It's become Shiba Inu, and you need to understand why this is dangerous. Why this is dangerous. Because real investors, institutions, big investors are going nowhere near this. This makes this impossible for real investors to buy it. I regard myself as a real investor. I am not buying that. I'm not paying 600 times over earnings and it keeps on climbing. Because in a moment, at any moment, someone's going to dump this at big. And many of you are buying on margin. You're going to get wiped out. And when you get wiped out, the stock is going to go down, down, down like a pack of cards. And it could go down 80%. And then I would buy it. I just want to warn people about this. I don't know how many people will want to watch this video. It's not what they want to hear, but flipping it, guys, it is officially the highest overbought stock in history from a valuation standpoint. You'll never find one that is on the New York Stock Exchange that is 600 times earnings. I've looked at that, and that's what I found. People are saying, and the SEC are looking at Alex Karp now, should he be arrested for stock manipulation? That was stock manipulation. He's trying to get everybody fired up and excited. Now, let me tell you, folks, I'm pretty confident he will not be arrested. I'm pretty confident he will not be sued for financial stock manipulation, even though it was. He was skating on the lines. He knows what he's doing. There's no rules that saying you can't get excited. But what this is it's just really bad manipulation. Maybe not completely illegal, but really bad. And many people are very angry with this. This is not how the stock market should be. But, you know, whether you think it should be this way or whether it shouldn't be this way, I mean, that's up to you. But you are going to lose your money. All of a sudden, this is going to go down. And people that bought on leverage, 10 times, 100 times leverage in some cases, you're going to get wiped out. Mark my words, it's not a matter of if. It's a matter of when. We said the same thing for XRP. It's not a matter of if. It's a matter of when it will go down on XRP 50%, and it did. This is another one. So anyway, let me just read some of these comments and let's see what you're saying before I end this video. Let's have a look. At this rate, it'll be 1,000 by summer. So dodgy. Don't get greedy, folks. Take your profit. That's another thing to say. You have made hundreds of percent. You have made what real investors will make in a lifetime on the S&P 500. In a lifetime. You've made it in days. And if you choose not to sell and it goes down the toilet, then, don't say you wasn't warned. The numbers are all there. Facts, crazy, PE ratio. David Knight, absolutely. The good guys are made to look like bad guys in society. Is that guy high? Well, he's very excited, isn't he? It's not the way to speak on an earnings call. Very, very scary. There you go. Glad I added some on Friday. You're glad now? You're glad now, Kazansky? When are you going to sell? Are you just going to keep going on forever and ever and ever until it crashes like a stone? Be careful. We did a technical analysis on this yesterday. The stock has hit every single target. Congratulations. Martin and I covered this around $15. Video coming out soon from yesterday. Yes, the only reason Send It didn't come out because of all these monitor issues I've got right now. Keep your stop losses high on Palantir. Martin is spot on. David, no one is listening until they lose their money. I'm just doing the right thing. Whether you pay attention or not is up to you. I cannot blindly ignore this. Click above my head for all the links. As you heard, Sensei has done a technical chart for this if you want to go and see that. Might be a good idea to understand how the stock is actually working technically. Maybe not. You just want to ride it forever until you don't. Over here, I'll put Sensei's technical analysis. Down here, I'll put the playlist for Palantir. Until next time, as always, take care of yourselves and each other.